Andesia Anderson-Yantha remembers what her Spelman University advisor, another Black woman, said to her about finding a job.
We were told by the consultant who was brought in that, if you interview, you probably shouldn't show up with your hair braided.
Racist tropes about Black hair being seen as unprofessional is centuries old. Supporting natural hair her entire life, Anderson-Yantha's parents encouraged her to embrace her curls.
So my parents were very pro-Black, pro-African, pro-Black hair. And so we learned, or we were forced to learn and forced to embrace the fact that our hair is actually like art.
Still, she often deals with microaggressions towards her, including unwarranted touching of her hair. For her, working at home during the pandemic has been a blessing.
I say that one of the blessings of the pandemic is just not having to deal with that, because you're at home, you're in your own space. If you feel like your hair isn't done, you turn off your camera and you don't have to worry about people.
In far contrast is Gemma Andrews, an administrator for Toronto General Hospital, who feels that natural hairstyles should have limits in the workplace.
Had it washed and just put the comb and had it all over while I'm just walking like that. I don't think that was appropriate for her profession.
The Canadian Human Rights Act and Ontario's Human Rights Code prohibits discrimination based on race and genetic characteristics, amongst other attributes. Where does race-based hair discrimination fall?
Kitchener, Ontario-based employment and human rights lawyer Maxwell Bauer says it's complex.
The ground isn't hair. Into play are things like creed, race, religion, those types of things, and texture. Depending on the reason why the person has the hair like that. So let's say it's a traditional thing that's protected as part of their creed, that could be discrimination. Or wearing certain headgear in regards to religious, that could be discrimination.
Andesia and Maxwell believe change begins with education.
So education.
Regards to hair discrimination comes from a lack of education.
Andesia educates future generations with her book, What Are You Gonna Do With That Hair?, and continues to advocate for the free expression for Black women's hair. I'm Roxanne Charles, 4SAAE News in Kitchener.